Call the speech to order. Salute to the flag, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Vogt? Here. Mr. Chapman?
Here.
Mr. Farinella? Mr. Giannakis?
Here.
Mrs. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Pender?
Here.
Mr. Sesselberg?
Here.
Mr. Cassio?
Here.
Mr. Panisi?
Here.
In accordance with the terms of the Sunshine Law, adequate notice of this meeting was posted in all school buildings, the administration building, borough clerk's office, police headquarters, public library, 4 newspapers, and tap into South Plainfield on January 6, 2022. Please be advised there is no smoking in school grounds inside or outside at any time, and please silence all electronic devices.
Thank you. We have no additions or deletions. Moving on to superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Panisi. I'm excited to welcome Gianna Ravi, our senior class president of the high school, for her report this evening.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gianna Ravi, and I'm currently sit as the senior class president. I am a part of the varsity field hockey and lacrosse teams, and I'm also a part of the Italian and National Honor Society, Model UN, and I'm a class representative. I would like to talk about some important things that have been going on in our school. First, we had our senior cap and gown sizing and purchases. It went very smoothly, and almost all of the seniors had purchased them and had gotten them sized. Additionally, we have a lot of fundraisers that are going on in our school. We have some Passionately Pink fundraisers. For example, we have the pumpkin painting fundraiser for Dance for the Cure, and we also have the pink raffle for Dance for the Cure. And also for fundraisers, the field hockey team is having a fundraiser at Buffalo Wild Wings tonight, so if anyone wants to stop by. Last week we had PSATs, and we also had the October 7th SATs, which also went very smoothly. And we have an upcoming pep rally coming up in November, which will probably be before teacher convention weekend. And additionally, some things about the sports teams. The field hockey team has its GMC rounds this week, and we won our quarterfinals, so we are off to semifinals tomorrow. And the boys soccer team had won their first round of GMCs, quarterfinals, and they are on to their semifinals today against Metuchen. Additionally, last week we had our homecoming, and it was a lot of fun. The DJ was really nice, and everyone had a really good time there. And I would like to announce the Rotary students of the September and October of the Plainfields, and we'll be recognizing the Rotary students 3 months at a time. And so for the September Rotary students, we have me, Gianna Ravi, and we also have Allison Buchanan. And for the October Rotary students, we have Ikena Meku and Laura Ladino. And so for this week, we have an early release on Friday for a professional day, so students will be out of the school by 12:35. And we also have our day of service meeting coming up on Monday, October 23rd, so that'll be next week to discuss the plans for our day of service that will happen in the spring. And lastly, we have our Powder Puff coming up in November, which will probably fall around Thanksgiving break. And we will be keeping the freshman and the sophomore game, which is the Puppy Bowl, before the actual Powder Puff game. Thank you.
You are incredibly eloquent. Thank you so much for that. And every time you were saying things, I was checking them off my high school update list for later. So thank you so much for being so detailed. Now I'd like to welcome Dr. Goldman up to the microphone, and he'll be introducing his teacher here today with some of his students. Thank you, Dr. Goldman.
All right, first I want to thank Dr. Tansy, Ms. Villisca, and Board of Education for welcoming us here tonight. I am going to present the Grand School Multicultural Club. They have worked probably since the first week of school or after school, a few times a week getting ready for the multicultural celebration. That was, I think it was 2 weeks ago now almost. And they did a phenomenal job here, and they're here to present to you tonight. So I can welcome you guys up right now. So thank you to Ms. Ariel, who is the head of our multicultural club.
Thank you for having us tonight. My name is Lisbeth Arreola. I'm the Spanish teacher at Grand School, and I've been teaching for 19 years. I've had some of your children, and I had Mr. Pender as a student, and Gianna as well, so I'm happy to see everybody. These are some of the members of my multicultural club. I began the multicultural club at Grand School 3 years ago. We currently have 45 members, and we cover all cultures, not just Spanish culture. We do Italian, Spanish, German, we had Vietnamese last year, Japanese, so all the cultures that are present at Grand School. Last year, a multicultural night, we had 20 countries presented that night, and I would like to thank Mr. Pender for attending our multicultural night and inviting all of you to attend this year. So, and the students that are performing tonight, here we go, girls, one at a time.
Buenas noches, good evening. Mi nombre es Saraí y mi familia es de la República Dominicana y Ecuador. Hi, my name is Sarai and my family is from the Dominican Republic and Ecuador. Hispanic Heritage Month was established in 1989. It's a month to celebrate the diverse Spanish cultures and all of the contributions made to this country. Facts about the Dominican Republic. Did you know that Santo Domingo is the oldest in the Americas? The Dominican Republic's currency is pesos. The national flag of the Dominican Republic represents a white cross on a blue and red background. The official language of the Dominican Republic is Spanish. Facts about Ecuador. Did you know that it was named for the equator? It's home to 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Ecuador recognizes nature's rights. Hola, me llamo Jordan y mi familia es de Puerto Rico. Hi, my name is Jordan Hunter and me and my family are from Puerto Rico. Did you know Lin-Manuel Miranda is a Grammy Emmy Tony Award winning composer? His works include Barbra Show Hamilton and In the Heights. He is also from Puerto Rico descent. And you can't forget Roberto Clemente, the first Caribbean baseball player to be accepted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame.
Hola, me llamo Liana y mi familia es de Cuba. Hi, my name is Liana and my family is from Cuba. Facts about Cuba. Cuba is the largest island in the Caribbean and the 17th largest in the world. Cuba is home to the smallest bird in the world, the bee hummingbird. And Carlos Finlay was a Cuban doctor who discovered the cause of yellow fever.
Hola, me llamo Micaela y mi familia es de Puerto Rico. Hi, my name is Michaela and my family is from Puerto Rico. Did you know Puerto Rico's nickname is Isla de Encanto, which means Island of the Enchanted? Puerto Rico has 2 official languages, and they are Spanish and English. Did you know Puerto Rico's national animal is a cuquí, a small tree frog found all over Puerto Rico?
Vamos a cantar de colores y un otro chiste escuchemos. Now we are going to sing de colores and 1, 2, 3 can chivite.
De colores se visten los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajaritos que venden afuera. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Canta el gallo con el kiri, 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 kiri. La gallina con el cara, 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 cara. pío, 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 pi. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí.
Their first song is a song from Mexico, and it's called De Colores, and their second song that they will be performing, we have a little bit more rhythm, and it's from Cuba, and it is a little conga.
Thank you so much. Please come up. Everyone will want to shake your hand. And thank you, Ms. Ariola. Thank you, Dr. Coleman.
You guys are a heck of a so good. You want a high five too?
I was dancing. We saw.
Great job.
Excellent job.
Great job.
Great to see you play.
Great job.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. I felt good.
So good to see you again.
One more time.
Was ready for an encore. That was excellent, and I want to dance with you all. Thank you again for being here. So I'll move on to good news and progress in our schools. Thank you again, Mr. Ravi, for your extensive update on high school. I can add that all sports are wrapping up and NJ GPA retakes are completed along with the PSAT. On the theme of testing, we'll have a presentation during our regular meeting later this evening, but all families have received an email in grades 4 through 12, so please look out for that. District NJSLA scores from 2023 are now available in the Genesis Parent Portal. They're under the Documents tab, so you can see your students' individual student reports there. From the middle school, on Saturday, October 7th, the students from the middle school participated in the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration that was sponsored by the South Plainfield Public Library. The students showed their amazing talents as they sang, danced, and recited poetry. We're very proud of our students and staff as they pulled together with the community to create a remarkable day for celebrating all Latin American cultures. At Grant School, during this week of respect, they had Spirit Day as well as grade level assemblies with Bridge to Balance, who brought in therapy dogs to the school, which is amazing. Bridge to Balance also brought them to the teacher-faculty meeting as well as held an informative Zoom session for parents. This past week, Grant also kicked off its character education program with a pep rally where each team of classes presented their character education trait. Some teams presented their trait as a cheer or song, as others acted out scenes on how to present good character. At Franklin School, it was again a character education week kickoff. The focus on their character trait is respect through all of October. Alongside the character kickoff, October focuses on the school community for the Week of Respect and School Safety and Violence Awareness. This week, the students understood more about acceptance and unity and how to prevent bullying in our schools. Franklin has joined the other elementary schools in the Tiger Bucks program, something new for the elementary students. And they're found upholding and championing the character traits, and each time they will be given a Tiger Buck from their staff. Prizes will be raffled off, so the more kindness, the more Tiger Bucks, and a bigger chance to win. Kennedy School also celebrated the Week of Respect and School Safety Week the past 2 weeks through a school assembly named the Ned Show and some school spirit days. World Unity Day was celebrated in the school by wearing orange and focusing on the differences within our school that make everyone unique and special. They're in the process of preparing for improvements on the playground, and everyone is incredibly excited about that, including the Board of Ed, who's very supportive of that improvement. It should also be noted that Kennedy is going to increase their Kennedy Rocks program, so we'll see even more decorative rocks outside of Kennedy School. Riley School also celebrated the Week of Respect to kick off the month of October. There were numerous activities focusing on promoting respect and respecting the community as a whole.
Bless you.
Bless you. Their September character trait was responsibility, and that is what they used to launch the month of respect. The Student Council also organized 2 Pink Out Fridays on October 20th and 27th to raise awareness and to support breast cancer. They will be celebrating Red Ribbon Week from October 23rd to 27th with activities and an assembly to help the school unite and take a visible stand against drugs. Roosevelt School students passionately welcomed the return of Tiger Bucks, a theme we can see. Throughout each month, students who get caught red-handed doing things right and doing kind deeds will get rewarded with a Tiger Buck. At the end of each week, students will put their Tiger Bucks with their names on them in a basket for a winner from each class to be drawn. They also had the Brain Show Assembly, and students got a chance to participate in a real live game show, quizzing them about everything they know. At the Riley Annex, they kicked off their first Tools of the Mind curriculum theme of family. So if you're able to, well, I was able to go and see the students explore this theme at their learning centers and stations where they can do dramatic play and other things where they can experience learning through the activities they participate in the classroom. They're also celebrating their first ever Spirit Week, and they did that to observe New Jersey's statewide Week of Respect. This is everything going on in our district, which is honestly wonderful, so thank you all for that. Mr. Panisi?
Thank you. Thank you. Public comments on any item? Public. Victoria?
Nothing.
Seeing none, okay. Board member comments. Bill?
Yeah, thank you. First I want to welcome Gianna to our meeting as the student representative, and I know she's rotating with other people, but it was a good report, and it's good to hear things going. And thank you to Grant School for that wonderful multicultural presentation. The kids were great. There was choreography, dancing, singing, costumes. It was really uplifting to see that the kids do a program like that. So thank you, Dr. Goldman, and anybody else in the district who does presentations like that.
Any other? No?
I want to echo Bill's sentiments about the presentation. It was excellent. Gianna, one of the best reports we've ever had. Thank you very much. And good luck to the field hockey team on Thursday. You know I'll be there. And then we're going to move on and we're going to meet East Brunswick on Saturday, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know, if anybody doesn't know, Gianna's one of the staples of our tremendous defensive line that our field hockey team has. So what are we, 14-3?
I think so.
Yeah, so really good season. So and good luck to hopefully the boys are winning today, right? Would you say they were playing today? They'll take them down. So,
Go Tigers.
so that's it. And just P-O-P-O-P-O. I don't know how you work it into the song, but you did a great job.
That was part of the
Right.
requirement for them to come here.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, I'll just say a few things and then we'll go to exec. Just again, John, a great job. I told you you do great. And it was a really, really good job. And that was a tremendous performance, especially the first song.
Yeah.
You know, it had my name all over it. But it was really nice. It was really good. I want to thank Dr. Goldman and the students and the teachers who were here. It was great. So yeah, that's about it right now. There wasn't much to talk about yet. But right now we're going to move into executive session. Resolved pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act, that the board meeting closed session to discuss confidential matters pertaining to personnel and attorney-client privilege. Be it further resolved that the matter discussed in closed session shall be made public as soon as the need for confidentiality no longer exists. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? It should be 20 minutes, I was saying.
Johnny, great job.
Yeah, that's exactly. She's saying, roll call, please.
Mr. Both?
Here.
Mr. Chapman?
Here.
Mr. Farinella?
Here.
Mr. Giannakis? He's here. Mrs. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Pender?
Here.
Mr. Sesselberg?
Here.
Mr. Casio?
Here.
Mr. Panisi?
Here, can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Both?
Here.
Mr. Chapman?
Here.
Mr. Farinella?
Here.
Mrs. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Pender? Mr. Sesselberg?
Here.
Mr. Casio?
Yes.
Mr. Panisi?
Yes. Okay, we're going right to the regular meeting now. Could we have a superintendent's report?
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Panisi. We are going to talk about the New Jersey Student Learning Assessment. These are the scores from spring of 2023. Oh yeah, thanks.
Too many of you. Don't worry, Dee. You need them five, so?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Pender.
You are welcome.
So as I said, this is the spring administration of the New Jersey Student Learning Assessment. Great. So presentation goals tonight, I'll talk about defining the New Jersey Student Learning Assessment. We say it's the NJSLA. I'll explain the scoring, contextualize South Plainfield students' performance, disaggregate some of the subgroup data, and then identify some of the actionable steps to enhance students' learning. So the NJSLA is a comprehensive assessment in English language arts as well as mathematics. There is also a test for science in grades 5, 8, and 11. So English is tested grades 3 through 9, and then mathematics is tested 3 through 8 with subject level assessments in Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Geometry. The scoring is scaled a 1 through 5. 1 did not meet expectations. And then primarily what we focus on, the score of 4 is met expectations, and 5 is exceeded expectations. There's a lot of information on the next few slides. This will all be available on the website, so if anyone wants to really take a deeper look, it'll be available to all of you. Primarily, the way that I've always presented data in South Plainfield is a comparison between our performance and the state's performance. So the first slide that you see here is our English language arts scores broken down by grade. This is all of our schools in one. We do also have disaggregated data for schools that'll be included on the website. But as I said before, primarily what we look for is to ensure that we're either matching or exceeding the state levels. Next, you'll see the same style breakdown for mathematics. So this is grades 3 through 8, and then as I said, we have the mathematics end of course assessments for Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2. The one thing that's a little challenging with mathematics, and you'll see this, Grade 8 is always a trouble area for us, and primarily that's because where we have a split in the classes. So some of our Algebra 1 students are 8th graders, and some of those 8th graders are taking general 8th grade math. So when you have those two groups splitting, sometimes you can see a dip in the scores. So it's a historically low performing grade. So that's definitely something that we're focusing on moving forward. We've noticed that trend between last year and this year with COVID. So that's a big area of focus for the district moving forward. Grade 8 math, and then also the transition for those students in grade 8 moving into Algebra 1 at the high school. The next slide goes through our science scores. As I said, grades 5, 8, and 11. That is the traditional places where we take our science assessment. The scores are relatively good for science, and it's a really challenging assessment because you're taking this in grade 5, 8, and 11, and no matter what our course or curriculum materials are between those grade levels, it's an assessment that is comprehensive for all of those grades. So you might have an 11th grade student who hasn't yet taken physics or who hasn't yet taken chemistry, depending upon how they are moving through their course trajectory. So one of the concerns across the state in general is that there's no way to have a cohesive curriculum for science spanning all of those grade levels. Therefore, sometimes people don't feel these scores are as valid as English and math, which is offered annually. So take science with a grain of salt, and we'll keep moving. Moving on to subgroup data, and again, there'll be more information about this on the website. One of the things that I've always talked about and that I will still talk about is that for subgroups that are historically underperforming, we look at that data at the classroom level as well as the building and district level so that we can ensure that all students have equitable access to our curriculum and our materials. If we find that students have particular barriers to achievements in the classroom, it's our responsibility as educators to level that playing field and give everyone an equal opportunity to access the curriculum as well as perform on the assessments. So that's the key takeaway when you're looking at subgroup data. And to let you know, this is broken down all the way down to the level of classroom teacher. We have our curriculum directors who meet and support the building administration, who then also meet with their teachers so that each teacher has an understanding of their class, their roster, and historic performance. And that's something that is listed in our actionable steps. Something that's really helpful, each student has a fingertip profile. We partner with a vendor named Linkit, and they're able to provide us with historical data from everything that's available in Genesis. And rather than having the teacher go through all of these tabs and look at all of the information, it compiles everything so that teachers have a one-page summary of all test data, classroom data, everything that you could need to really form a profile of your student. And that's incredibly helpful with driving instruction in the classroom. So in addition to that, we would target instruction to strengthen students' individualized areas of need. We use multiple data points, so we don't just take one piece, like this NJSLA is one piece of many. This also would include district-wide diagnostic measures, common grade and subject level assessments, and classroom data. And as I talked about before, collaboratively reviewing student performance and assessment materials with administration. So this will help contextualize where teachers are. So not just looking at your own roster, but understanding, well, if my students are performing like this, and other students in the grade level may be performing like that, that's when the professional learning community time really comes into play on those Wednesdays after school, when teachers are able to come together and disaggregate that data together. As I said, this will go up on the website. If anyone has any other questions, I'm here. And that's everything. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to
Public comments on any proposed resolution? Used to be on agenda items, but proposed resolution? Any? Seeing none? Have approval for prior board minutes? So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Voth?
Yes.
Mr. Chapman?
Yes.
Mr. Farinella?
Yes.
Mr. Giannakis?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Pender?
Yes, but abstain on the September 20th meetings.
Mr. Sesselberg?
Yes.
Mr. Casio.
Yes.
Mr. Panisi.
Yes. Do I have a motion for curriculum 1 through 7?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Voth.
Yes.
Mr. Chapman.
Yes.
Mr. Farnell.
Yes.
Mr. Giannakis.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller. Mr. Bender.
Yes.
Mr. Kesselberg.
Yes.
Mr. Casio.
Yes.
Mr. Panisi.
Yes. Can I have a motion for policy 1 and 2?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Voth.
Yes.
Mr. Chapman.
Yes.
Mr. Farnell.
Yes.
Mr. Giannakis.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Pender.
Yes.
Mr. Kesselberg.
Yes.
Mr. Casio.
Yes.
Mr. Panisi.
Yes. Can I have a motion personnel 1 through 5?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Voth.
Yes.
Mr. Chapman.
Yes.
Mr. Farnell.
Yes.
Mr. Giannakis.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Pender.
Yes.
Mr. Kesselberg.
Yes, but no on item 130 under number 4.
Mr. Casio.
Yes, abstain on any family member.
And Mr. Panisi.
Yes. And could I have a motion on 1 through 18 finance?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Both? Yes.
Mr. Voth.
Yes.
Mr. Chapman.
Yes.
Mr. Farnell.
Yes.
Mr. Giannakis.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes, but abstain on number 8.
Mr. Pender.
Yes.
Mr. Kesselberg.
Yes.
Mr. Casio.
Yes.
Mr. Panisi.
Yes. Other comments on the item? Seeing none, board member comments. I know, I was just looking at that first. Good, you got it? Oh, you got it. He's yielding to, not his time, just yielding.
I also just wanted to thank Gianna for her informative information and just let her know that she did a wonderful job. And Grand School Multicultural Club, fantastic, unbelievable. Those kids were wonderful. I also want to wish everyone a fun Halloween. I almost said Thanksgiving, but Halloween. And then our thoughts and deepest sympathy to the family of Brian Uba, who was a South Plainfield 2023 graduate and unfortunately passed away recently. So our deepest sympathies are with his family.
I echo everything that Sharon said. With the weather changing, students just be safe, be careful, dress warm. And I did want to add that our hearts do go out to the family of Brian Uba. Sharon just brought it up. He passed away on October 7th. He was a graduate of SPHS and a current student at Montclair State University. His charisma and positive attitude left an indelible impact on our community and his peers. May he rest in peace. Please keep his family in prayer. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other board member comments? Seeing none, can I have a motion for adjournment?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Meeting's adjourned.